Sometimes I have a little doubt in my mind about whether or not I'm the right person for you.
You did again something that you liked, that you know that is not my style and not my vibe. You do that in public, and then I look like the crazy ungrateful bitch.
What's that old saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions? Yeah, as these guys will learn, you can do literally everything for your partner, and yet things will still blow up in your face. Anthony might be the one dressing up, but it could well be Luke who's left looking like a clown. So let's rewind to the start and see how things played out. So we pick up with Luke and Madeleine after the car ride from hell that we saw last week. And unsurprisingly, things are still very tense.
You can't take one off my back, so that is so hard for you.
You want to pop the trunk?
It's in the front. Wait, give me my puppy.
Remember, the last time we saw them, Luke had bought Madeleine an expensive puppy. That helped to brighten up her mood for a little while. Things were good again between them for about 2 minutes. But after Luke dared to suggest that Madeleine could maybe sometimes help him out a bit more, or, heaven forbid, at least appreciate what he does for her, she totally flipped out. And clearly, when we join them in this episode, she still isn't very happy with him. But it turns out that feeling is very mutual, and Luke, finally, is worried.
Madeleine and I really need to have a come-to-Jesus conversation. The wedding is this weekend, and we don't make each other happy. What are we doing here?
Luke says that they've been fighting pretty much non-stop since he moved to Colombia. But come on, their fights have been going on for a lot longer than that. I mean, from everything we've seen of them, they've never been able to be together for more than a few days without an epic argument breaking out. And normally, that culminates in Luke having to buy Madeleine something expensive by way of apology to make up. But now, the light bulb seems to maybe kind of, perhaps, turned on for the guy.
All we've done is fight and bicker, and it's alarming to me because if it's any indication of what this marriage is going to be like, we're going to have big problems.
Luke, my friend, every single person watching this, everyone and their dog can tell you that, yeah, you are going to have very big problems. You're totally fucked if you end up marrying Madeleine. Honestly, I can't see a single redeeming feature or characteristic about the lady. She's that very unique blend of gold digger that has no redeeming characteristics. I just don't get what he sees in her. But the very big problem in their relationship, given that she's so money-oriented, is that Luke doesn't have money. He's broke. He's not going to be able to afford to keep buying Madeleine these expensive gifts every single time that they fight, which happens every day. Now, he tries explaining to his fiancée that all he wants is for her to show a little bit of appreciation for everything he does. And for once, seeing how serious he is, Madeleine doesn't blow up. Perhaps sensing that her golden ticket might be about to abandon her just days before their wedding, her attitude completely changes. She actually answers him very calmly.
I value so much everything you sacrifice for me. You just need to be careful about the way you say things.
Madeleine says that she doesn't like the fact that he throws the things he does for her around and acts superior just because he pays her bills. But the thing is, Luke not only pays for everything, he also bends over backwards to try and make her happy, and still it's not enough. The only thing he gets in return for all of his efforts is her being miserable and rude. And it seems like Luke is finally sick of having a relationship like that.
Sometimes I have a little doubt in my mind about whether or not I'm the right person for you.
Wait a minute, hold on, could it possibly be? Is this, on the eve of their wedding, the start of a "it's not you, it's me" speech? I mean, neither of them has been happy, and to be fair to Madeleine, Luke is guilty of dating a teenager, or at least starting to date her when she was in her teens, and expecting her to act like an adult. I mean, frankly, just to be clear, I have zero sympathy for him either. He deserves everything he's getting. So given how toxic and miserable both of them are, surely the best thing is for them both to cut their losses. But despite in their car journey only a few hours ago, Madeleine insisting that she could find better than Luke, she could find a man that would give her more, she suddenly seems to realise that Luke could very well be serious right now. And as a result, she does whatever necessary to protect her investment. Yeah, her attitude has done a complete 180 from the car ride. She suddenly seems to have some self-awareness. She admits that she is a difficult person to make happy. I mean, just that acknowledgement of the fact is something almost shocking to see. But she then goes on to try and explain why she acts this way, and she says, the way she is comes from past trauma. I had a teen mum and an absent dad, she explains. I never felt loved and I couldn't trust anyone.
The only love I have is myself, and I protect myself. So that is when I reactions and when I start to argue a lot.
She never had any peace in her life, she tells the cameras. Things only changed when she met Luke. Like, she assures him that he does make her happy. Now, you'd think that given what she's been through, right, you'd think that she'd value his love even more. He's been nothing but nice to her. Like, from everything she's saying, he's the complete opposite to everything she's experienced in the past. Surely she should show some appreciation and gratitude for the life he enables her to live. Only that just never seems to be the case. She never acts like she's happy. But all of a sudden, that incredibly now changes. She tells him how much she cares.
You my first love, like I never have loved. Right now, like all these problems, he steal my peace. And I just want to my peace come back.
Look, I believe her when she says she has a lot of trauma from a tough life, okay? But I also firmly believe that she sees Luke potentially slipping through her fingers here and knows that she has to do something drastic in order to stop that from happening. Like, tell me, does anyone hear her saying this and think that she's now suddenly going to change? Of course she isn't, not even in the slightest. I'd be shocked if she wasn't back to her old ways within a week or sooner. And yet, somehow, and it makes me want to shout and scream, but somehow, Luke completely falls for it, hook, line and sinker.
She's trying to be vulnerable, and this gives me confidence, and I feel really hopeful for the future of our relationship.
They both promise each other that from here on out, they're gonna stop arguing. But I mean, come on, I believe it when I see it. It ain't gonna happen, mate. Now, for as much of a clown as Luke is gonna end up looking for buying that, someone else this week putting on makeup and playing the role of clown is Anthony. He too, like Luke, is on an endless, thankless quest to try and put a smile on his partner's face.
Since we've been in France, there's been a lot of really serious discussions. I do know that I missed the mark with the goat farm. So I'm just looking to cheer her up a little bit.
So Anthony's big idea is to get a mime class and surprise Manon with a routine. He's of the belief that it will be funny and romantic. Now, of course, the last big gesture that he made was to take Manon to a goat farm that made her favourite cheese. That he also thought would be romantic, only it flopped massively. But he's certain that this time that won't be the case. She'll definitely see the funny sweet side of this because it comes from an inside joke between us, he says.
I had made a joke one time to Manon when we had decided to move here that for money, I could always just dress up as a mime, put a hat in front of me, and people can pay me.
Manon has been extremely vocal and pretty mean about how limited his job opportunities will be in France. She keeps telling him that he won't be able to find a good job, one that pays even remotely well, until he can speak the language fluently. So with that in mind, I guess it kind of works out pretty well that mimes don't speak.
It is both silly and romantic. And it is sort of the only job that I'm qualified for, not being able to speak French.
I can only wonder if Manon is going to agree with the romantic part of that statement. I mean, we haven't known this couple for all that long, but from everything we've seen, they seem to look at things very, very differently. Now, Anthony gets ready by putting on his outfit and his makeup, just in time for Manon and Ben to be walking down the street.
Je sais pas du tout où il est ton père. What the?
Yeah, we all called it, didn't we? That face that Manon's pulling right now shows absolutely no sign of delight or humour. She's absolutely not giving Anthony the reaction that he hoped for. She's horrified and embarrassed, and she goes as far as to say seeing him dressed up as a mime and acting this way is a complete turn-off for her. Like, she can't believe that Anthony has taken this joke, the inside joke between them, way too far. And of course, in no uncertain terms, she wants him to know that she isn't happy.
Anthony, what the heck? What are you doing this? What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's a little fun.
A little fun?
You're so serious all the time. I'm just trying to have a little fun.
Seriously, Manon, just lighten up a little bit. See the funny side in things. It really isn't that deep. Like, she says that she doesn't like Anthony making a spectacle, right? But she's the one getting loud here. Now, granted, baby Ben isn't exactly helping things either. The poor baby looks slightly terrified at the sight of his dad in a mime outfit complete with makeup. But as far as Manon is concerned, she again interprets Anthony's attempts just to try and make her smile for a change as him being selfish, as him somehow trying to make her look bad.
You did again something that you liked, that you know that is not my style and not my vibe. You do that in public, and then I look like the crazy ungrateful bitch.
Manon, my love, you manage that all by yourself without Anthony's help. You do come across as a crazy, ungrateful bitch. Like, she just seems to be wound up so tight all the time. If she can't learn to loosen up and actually appreciate Anthony, then their move to France, all the sacrifice that they've both made, may as well not have happened. It's pointless. At this point, it seems like they're just delaying the inevitable. If moving to France was meant to save their marriage, it kind of seems like things are falling apart for them even quicker here than they would have in the States.